Welcome to the Diva D-Town. Welcome to the Diva D-Town, where bold, confident women embrace life unapologetically. From love and sex to wellness and reinvention, we keep it raw, real, and powerful. No filters, no limits. Just fearless conversations to help you thrive. Let's dive in with Diva Mia and Diva Cat.
Well, hello, this is Diva Mia. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about leveling up and realizing your self-worth. So I know that when you've gone through a tragedy, whether it's loss of a job, loss of a partner, loss of anything in your life, a lot of times you might feel lost. I'm here to tell you it's time to really go inward and focus on yourself. Determine how you want to level up and whatever areas of your life you would like to improve. I think life is about growth. I know a lot of people do not have a growth mindset. They might play the victim or constantly complaining. But if you really want to go somewhere in life, you really need to level up. You need to take your life to the next level. And by realizing your self-worth, you can begin to level up. It can be because of a breakup. It could be because of your career is just stuck and you want to find a new career. Or maybe you want to just grow into a new field. The first thing you got to do is you got to intend it. You have to set your intention. And you have to focus on that intention every single day. When you wake up, that should be the one thing you're thinking of. I like writing things on note cards or journaling. When you do that, you're actually stating your intention, but you're repeating your intention. One thing I think that women do a lot, and I know personally I've done this in the past, is that I've muted myself or I shrank myself down in order to make a partner feel more secure with themselves or make someone feel like they're complete. You should not be diminishing yourself or your light in order to make another person feel loved or feel worthy. You are special, and if they can't step up to your level, then they may not be the right person for you. Remember that. If they're not at your level and they are trying to diminish you or you're diminishing yourself, maybe you need to rethink what you're doing in life. The next thing is I think you need to get rid of your limiting beliefs. I think in relationships, we have limiting beliefs. I think in jobs, we have limiting beliefs, whether it's from how we grew up or from our culture or from past relationships. You may have been in a relationship before and you think, oh my gosh, this person is so difficult. But you know what? Maybe that's a limiting belief. This person doesn't match my last one, so it's not going to work out. That's truly a limiting belief. Or maybe your culture says you don't have the right job because you have to be a certain way. It's a limiting belief. You do what makes you happy because this life is short. We need to learn to love ourselves, to appreciate all of our value. Don't ever undervalue yourself for anyone or any job. I think the best thing to do is to go look in the mirror. If you can look in the mirror and say to yourself, wow, I have so many good qualities. And yes, no one's perfect. We all have flaws, but I like some of my flaws. Some of my flaws are endearing. I want to keep them. There are some flaws I want to work on, for sure. There's certain things I want to change about my personality, and there's certain things I want to change about my health and my lifestyle, and I'm working through that. But enjoy who you are. Love who you are now, because the present moment is what we have. The future is never promised, and the past you can't change. So enjoy what you have now. Look at all of your past mistakes as lessons. And writing down affirmations that will help you grow in whatever aspects and areas of your life you want is a great way to move forward. It's a way to rewire your brain. And you may not understand it from a psychological perspective, but stating things in the present as if they already occurred will help your brain refocus. There is the law of attraction aspect to it as well. And then you journal, reconnect to your inner power. Journaling is very powerful. I would say that not only does journaling help you get any pain out, it also helps you refocus on what you're moving forward with and what you really want to move forward with. Never disrespect yourself. I think respect in life is so very important. When you see other people disrespecting people or putting them down or trying to humiliate them, I think it's a red flag to walk away from that person, whether it's a partner or whether it's a friend. Self-respect is extremely, extremely important. Sometimes you just need to say no to people, and sometimes you just need to say no to things people want you to do. Don't overgive in any situation. I've personally have been a people pleaser in my life. I've overgifted. I've overgiven. I have let myself become a doormat. I've dated people that have used me and not treated me with the level of respect that I deserve. One day you're going to realize you need respect. And the more respect that you're given, the more respect you'll give to others. That's in love. That's in friendship. It's at work. It's important to release any guilt that you have had in the past regarding love and regarding self-respect. And if you've gone through a tragedy or trauma, it's a great time to refocus and look at how amazing you are. Look at how beautiful you are. Your soul is amazing. You're a good person. Find that person and grow with that person. You will take yourself into new areas in the world that you will be of service not only to yourself, but to other people. Leveling up in real life is truly about just having better standards. If you are at a standard where you watch TV every day. I mean, I personally don't watch TV, but maybe once a week. But let's say you're at a standard where you watch TV every day. Maybe start there. Instead of watching TV, maybe go for a walk. Maybe go work out. Do your finances. Talk to your partners. Talk to your children. Talk to your friends. There's so much out there. The current digital age has turned us into zombies almost. This zombie lifestyle is not a happy lifestyle. It's a mundane, repetitive, depressing lifestyle. So get off the computer, get off your phone, level up, raise your standards on what is acceptable to you. And if there's a show you just gotta watch, well, maybe watch it while you're walking on the treadmill or watch it while you're doing stretching. Do something. Don't just sit on the couch anymore. Raise your standards. Raise your standards around every part of your life. Raise your standards around your education. Raise your standards around how much money you want to make. Raise your standards about who you let in your life. I can't say this enough. I know I've heard many times that people say that the top 5 people in your life is who you're going to be like. I say the top 5 people in your life should be above you. Elevate. Don't bring 5 people into your life that are below you. If you have 5 people beneath you, there's a problem. You're going to gravitate to their level. If you're in a relationship and the relationship is going nowhere, or the person in your relationship is negative all the time, it's probably not a good fit, especially if you're a growth-minded, positive type of person. You need to learn to attract what aligns with you, with your new self-worth. Even when you're attracting what aligns with you, you're also going to find people that don't align with you. And I know some people say, oh, you attracted them too. I kind of feel like it's a test. I feel like you need to learn that you need to reject the things that don't align with you. Otherwise, they stick around and they stay. You know, when you upgrade yourself, the version of you, you're going to make little small wins and you need to celebrate them. Now, that doesn't mean, oh, I lost 5 pounds, let me go pig out. But it could mean that you lost some weight. Let me go for a nice relaxing hike or go do yoga with some friends or get a new outfit. Whatever makes you feel happy. Go get a facial, go get a haircut. It's challenging in life to celebrate all of our positive things, but we need to. If you can do one bold thing every week that satisfies you, that makes you feel like you're growing, it's worth it. And you need a date with standards. When you do that one bold thing, you will find yourself growing in many, many areas. It's powerful. It's so powerful to upgrade your standards, to upgrade your life. When you're upgrading your physical health, you need to work on nourishing your body. Now, you need to determine what is good for you to physically level up. You need to eat for energy when you are eating so that you glow and you have longevity. If you really want to level up, take it to the next level. There are podcasts, there are books that will teach you how to eat healthy. You will glow up and you will have better longevity and vitality. If you're a man, maybe look into testosterone therapy. If you're a woman, maybe look into estrogen and testosterone therapy. But no matter what, physically, you need to change. Everyone needs to grow physically. We all need self-improvement physically. And then exercise. It's empowering. And if you're in the worst shape of your life, that's okay. You got to start somewhere. Don't have shame around exercise. If you are out there working out, good on you. You'll get there. Everybody starts somewhere. I would say one of my favorite things in the world is sleep. I know it's a ritual for us to get more sleep, but sleep is so amazing. And don't forget to hydrate. Water is so important. And take your electrolytes when needed. Move, detox. Feel good. This is your body. You should be enjoying every aspect of your body. Your body should feel good. Your body should be a sense of pleasure, a sense of joy, a sense of happiness, a way to exhilarate yourself. And it's physical movement that gets you there. And then don't forget your skincare. I know a lot of people have been pushing sunscreen, and I'm not a big believer in sunscreen. personally. I guess it's kind of up to you. I have good posture. I work on my body language. I communicate well with people. And when I talk to them, I actually focus on them because that's important. Don't be distracted when you're talking to someone. That's kind of rude. Give all your focus to another person. It's part of emotional maturity as well. And you can level up emotionally. You need to identify triggers and traumas in your past, but don't dwell on them. I see too many people that go to therapy and they have things that have happened in their past, and then all they do is focus on the problem. They don't focus on the lesson that terrible thing taught you. They focus on the trauma. They don't focus on the healing. And healing is important. But if you stay stuck in your past, in your triggers, and in your trauma, you're never going to grow emotionally. Breath work helps. Breathing does help. There's a thing called tapping and EMDR and different types of therapy and Reiki and energy healing. I've done a lot of these things. And breath work I found lately has been great just to recenter your nervous system. But don't get stuck. Focus on the now. Focus on feeling joy in the present. Focus on all the good things you have going for you. Everyone has good in their life. Everyone has good in their life. And you need to just focus on whatever is good in your life right now. Your peace is under your control, and you've got to take full emotional ownership of it. So if you're allowing people into your life that are disrupting your peace and your joy and your happiness, you need to make a decision on what you need to change, because your peace and your emotional joy is so important to your soul. It's so important to your overall health. You need to learn to set boundaries with the people that just want to step all over them. There are people that are not very nice to their spouses. There are people that are not very nice to their friends. There are people that are insulting to other people. And that's not emotional maturity. That's control and manipulation. What you want to do is you want to have people in your life that make you feel better, that make you feel joy, that help you level up, that don't try to squish you down. Because that's not a true partner. That's not a true friend. That's a manipulating, control freak person. That's really what it is. Mentally, you should level up. I think talking down to yourself or allowing other people to talk down to you is not good for your mental health, because what you think about on a daily basis becomes your reality. If you keep thinking you're a loser, you're going to be a loser. If you keep thinking you're poor, you're going to stay poor. If you keep looking for growth opportunities and way to make more money and ways to educate yourself and way to grow, that's exactly what's going to happen. It may take a little bit of time, but it's not going to take a lot of time. Upgrade your circle of friends. Make sure those 5 people closest to you are amazing, that they are growth-minded, that they help you grow. I can't say that enough. The 5 people around you and the people you allow in your circle matter. I know a lot of people, they find a person that gives them attention, or a person that wants to be their friend or wants to be their partner, and they're negative, but they're just so happy that somebody wants to be their friend. That's not a good way to find friends. You should pick your friends. You should choose your friends. Honestly, if we were all surrounding ourselves with positive people, people would keep leveling up. Yes, there's going to be about 60 to 80% of the population that never will. You can't save everyone, but you can help yourself. Your job is not to fix everyone. Your job is to take your life to the next level. That's only if you want to. You could stay stuck in a victimhood mindset, but if you're listening to my podcast, I know that's not you. Start with a vision board and draw out exactly who you want to be, all the things you want to have, all the ways you want to live, your lifestyle, your body, your mental health. And then follow up with affirmations on a daily basis and journaling on a daily basis. And you will be amazed at how quickly your life changes. This is an amazing world we live in. There's so much opportunity to grow. We are so lucky to be alive right now at this moment in time. There's so many good things going on. We are so lucky to have information at our fingertips. We are so lucky to have other people that support and help us grow. There's such a good, positive movement out there of growth-minded people. Come join us. And then learn something new every day. When you have a growth mindset, every day I look for something that teaches me a lesson or I grow and learn from. And work is a great way to grow and learn. I can't stop the podcast without talking about your sexuality. You got to embrace your pleasure because your sexual health is important. It's not shameful. Your body you can explore, can communicate with it and talk to it and enjoy it. Any past sexual trauma you do need to heal though. Repression from sexual trauma is tough. And sometimes it's baby steps. And sometimes it's just getting a massage or letting someone touch you the way that you haven't been touched for a while. And I understand, but you can get there. Creating an intimate relationship with yourself first, I think, is a good way to start, especially if you've had sexual trauma. And don't forget the spiritual side to your life. I think spiritual leveling up is very important. There's places you can go. I went to a place called Miraval, which is a place where you can reconnect with yourself spiritually. You can connect with the universe. You can connect with God. You can connect with your divine feminine or your divine masculine and level up. It's all about leveling up and taking yourself to the next level. If you never in your life stop leveling up, you're going to have a full life. You're going to have a life filled with passion, a life filled with growth, a life filled with love. And not everyone is going to work out, but give things a shot. And if things feel like they're not working out, then you can just move on. But at least you tried and you don't live a life of regrets. So when you're leveling up spiritually, it's a good time to look at all aspects of your life. Meditation helps. Prayer is amazing. I pray nightly with my children. There's times during the middle of the day I pray just to recenter myself. But get still. Meditate. Yoga. All these types of things will help you. You do not need to surrender any longer to things that don't serve you. You needed to empower yourself to grow. You need to love yourself into growth. You need to spiritually level up, whatever that means to you. Maybe get into a church, maybe find spiritual friends. I'm not a huge believer of organized religion, I will say. I do enjoy organized religion. I do think it's a grounding place to teach children good morals and ethics and values. And I do think it's good to go to church on Sundays and have religion in your heart and in your soul. I'm not a person that preaches the Bible to people. I think people should have a choice, but I do believe heavily in spirituality. I do believe there is a God. I feel him every single day in my life. You need to determine what that is for you. I think a great place to start is with gratitude. Thank God for all the great things you have in your life. And yes, it may not be perfect. No one's life is perfect. Even those on the big screen that look perfect to us, or fake social media profiles that try to act like their life is perfect. It's not. No one's life is perfect. So be grateful for what you do have. Be grateful for the people in your life. Even if you don't have a lot, be grateful for the quality of people you do have, the ones that make you feel better. Be present in this moment, because this is really all you have. You're not promised the next 10 minutes. You're not promised tomorrow. But you are promised right now, and enjoy it. I hope that you get something from this. I hope that you realize how important you are and how you have amazing gifts that you need to own and take advantage of, and how special life and precious life is. You only have one. You only have one life as you are now. Now, some people believe in other lives. Whatever your belief system is, there's no judgment. If this is the only life you have, this is actually the only life you have as this person. So don't waste it. Don't feel afraid. Love the people around you. Don't let other people's judgments or opinions of who you want to love distort your decision-making process. You get to love and feel and enjoy whomever you choose to. In the end, I think love is really what it's all about. Love for yourself, love for others, and love for God. And get a pure soul. Ethics and morals matter. Don't lie to other people, because that's a sign of insecurity. Don't cheat on your spouse, because that's another sign of insecurity. Love yourself, respect other people, and treat other people well. If the world followed this podcast, this one episode, can you imagine how amazing life would be on this planet? So let's love each other. Let's love ourselves. Let's stop judging. Let's stop being dishonest and deceitful, and come from a pure heart and a pure soul. I am love, and so are you. This is Diva Mia. Have a wonderful week.
Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment. We love hearing from you. Visit thedivadetails.com to connect. See you next week for more.
Diva Details podcast and website are intended solely for informational and entertainment purposes. The content provided does not constitute professional, medical, financial, or legal advice. We are not licensed medical practitioners, financial advisors, or legal professionals. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Any financial topics discussed are based on personal opinions and experience and should not be considered professional advice. The content provided does not constitute legal advice. The Diva Details and its affiliate contributor and guests are not liable for any losses or damages arising from the use of our content. The opinions expressed in the podcast are solely those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organization, sponsors, or partner. All facts discussed in the podcast are researched and accurate to the best of our knowledge at the time of recording. Information may change over time. No guarantees are made regarding the accuracy, completeness, or reliability of any statements or opinions presented. It is the responsibility of the listener to verify any and all facts that may influence their decision. This podcast is for information and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice.